Okay, so we're going to talk about thrift shops. So one of my favorite things to do in the world, I guess you could even call it a hobby, is go to the thrift shop, which basically makes me a borderline hoarder because there's always something to buy cheaply. I have an ungodly amount of books, DVDs, and VHS tapes that I don't pay a lot for because I get it secondhand. And here in the Central Valley, the thrift shop prices are a lot cheaper than when I lived in Southern California. I feel like the more populated the area, the thrift shops kind of jack up the price. So yesterday I went to the Salvation Army in Modesto, California, and I'm always on the hunt for interesting historical, biographical type of books. Got a couple of books. I got 4 books to be exact, and the Salvation Army is $2 a piece on hardcover. So $8, and you get months worth of reading material. So I got, first we'll talk about this one. It's called The Destruction of Convoy PQ-17, the story of a major naval disaster of World War II and its political repercussions, by David Irving. And the published date for this one, published by Simon & Schuster, 1968. And I looked it up on Goodreads. It's got a 3 out of 5. And on Wikipedia, this book was banned in the UK because it was very controversial. I believe this is a first edition. You could just kind of tell by the yellowing of the pages. And I don't know why they just left the back of the dust jacket black. You could have put a cool design on there. You put nothing. Lazy illustration department. So the second one, it's called Wake Island by Dwayne Schultz, The Heroic Gallant Fight. This book was published by St. Martin's Press in 1978, and it's about how a group of Americans held off the Japanese invasion right after Pearl Harbor in 1941. This one, they didn't get lazy, and they put a photo on the back. I like that. Looks like a good read. It's about 180 pages long. I bet you someone could knock this out in a very short amount of time. Just depends on how fast of a reader you are. Add it to the pile of books that I'll probably never get to. This one of my favorites, is an X-Library, and it's so old. It's got the Dewey Decimal Index card, the Contra Costa County Public Library from Pleasant Hill. This book is called The Last Battle by Cornelius Ryan, author of The Longest Day, and it has a published date from Simon & Schuster of 1966, and it's about the final battle, the fall of Berlin in 1945, where the Russians finally ended the Nazi regime at the end of World War II. Victory in Europe Day. So this looks like an interesting read. And it is about 550 pages long. And I love things found in old books. It's got a library receipt. It looks like that this book was checked out on May the 5th, 2002, and it was due back on June 15th, 2002. Definitely they didn't return that book, because I got it at the Salvation Army for $2. So we'll just save that slip there in the little pocket. And lastly, I'm sorry, I'm sitting in my car and things are falling on me. This book is called 1939 by Robert Key, In the Shadow of War. And it is about the precipice of World War II. And this is also X-Library, withdrawn from the Sacramento Public Library. Published in 1984 by Little Brown and Company. Got a lot of pictures. It's about 350 pages long, small print, so you can kind of get a feel of the vibe in Europe and the rest of the world on the precipice of World War II. I think this one had 3 out of 5 too on Amazon for reading rating. That's why I love going to the thrift shop, because if you never know what you're going to find, there's just so much cool stuff out there. I'll start doing more of these posts about my daily and thrift shop purchases. $8, months worth of historic World War II reading, and become an expert for just a couple of dollars in used hardcover books at the thrift shop. Get out there, folks, and happy thrifting. See you later.